Hello, hello, hello. What's happening, everybody? MCOC Droid does. Back again for another video on Marvel Contest of Champions. First of all, I am still a little under the weather, which you may have heard from my video the other day. You can probably hear it in my voice still. Getting better, but not 100% there. But anyway, I wanted to do a video real fast about this lovely compensation package we got in our in-game mail last night. So maintenance was its usual time, 8 p.m. Pacific. That's the time zone that I am in. They had said it was going to take maybe up to 3 hours. It took a little bit more than 2, so I was fully prepared to wake up this morning to hop back into the game once maintenance was over, figuring I'd be asleep when it was done. And not only was it done a little bit early, but we got this in-game message, like I said. So I don't think I have to tell you that the month of May overall has not been that great for Kabam and their servers. There have been a number, I've lost count, but there have been a number of days scattered throughout these weeks where emergency maintenance has had to pop on, and it's as they say, the contest has been experiencing more frequent than usual maintenance throughout the month of May, which may have prevented you from connecting at times, which is true. It's been hard. Obviously, it's been hard to predict. You can't really predict emergency maintenance, but it has been happening a lot more than usual this past month. So hopefully this means, especially with the slightly longer maintenance last night, that if the problem is not fixed, they definitely have a handle on it, and that moving forward, it won't be as much of an issue, that they've got whatever the server bug or error on their end is fixed. But anyway, in addition to their apology, as you can see, that there is a very nice, I will say almost perfect, it's not perfect, but a very, very nice compensation package that is definitely one of the better ones they've done. I'll break it down very quickly. So, of course, the shining star here are 2,000 5-star hero shards, which is fantastic. That's a nice little gift just right off the bat. You've also got 500 4-star shards, 3 of the Map 4 Alliance Quest crystals. So again, you can see what is contained in those, if perhaps you have an alliance that doesn't typically run Map 4 or higher. So, you know, got a chance at some decent items in there. 100,000 Infinity Dust, 2,500 of the Dark Artifacts that you can only get from the dungeons, 100,000 Gold, 5,000 Loyalty, and then the last little bit here are some nice questing items. So you've got 3 energy refills. Of course, that's about 90 units. Well, that is 90 units, since they are 30 units apiece. 2 of the level 3 team revives, which are pretty nice. You can't get those in the store. The highest you can get are the level 2 revives for 100 units each. So I'd say, you know, this is 125, 150 units each per item, if you will. And then 3 of these level 4 team health potions, which you can get in the store. Those are 35 units each, so 105 units. So, you know, at least 325 units worth of stuff just right here at the end, along with everything else they've given. Yeah, this is a pretty darn good compensation package. Again, I will be keeping an eye on the forums, and I hope that this means that the problem is fixed, or at least is close to being fixed. Whatever the problem is, they still haven't really said whatever has been plaguing their servers this month. So that hopefully we won't need to have another one of these compensation packages, because there will still be a bunch of emergency maintenances. So yes, hopefully this is a sign that things are dealt with, or close to being dealt with. The only reason I said almost perfect at the beginning of this video, I do wish there had been some Alliance Quest and Alliance War related items, since of course that's been affected as well, and there have just been some other bugs that have been popping up there lately with characters not really moving as they're supposed to, dashing back, fighting, etc., etc. So it would have been nice to either see some glory and or some Alliance Quest potions and or revives. That would have been nice, even if it took the place of, you know, some of this other stuff, maybe the dust or the loyalty or something like that. But again, no complaints. This is a nice gesture on Kabam's part, certainly needed. You know, I'm not, I don't think most of us are expecting handouts or anything, but given the amount of maintenance that is, or emergency maintenance that has been happening this month, something like this was definitely needed just to sort of repair their goodwill towards the player base. So this is definitely a good move on their part. But anyway, that'll wrap it up for this video. Let me know down in the comments below if you think this is a good package or if you think they should have done more. The last thing to point out, this should be community-wide. I did see another Alliance member, not an Alliance member, but another game member who's only level 36. I don't really know what their prestige is at, but they got the exact same package, item for item. So I'm all but certain that this is for every single person, this exact package, which is also pretty nice, especially for newer players, middle-of-the-road players. This is a lot of good items. But yeah, let me know in the comments below if you thought that this was a good package for them, if you're disappointed, hoping for more, etc., etc. Feel free to smash that like button, share it with your Alliance mates, share it with your in-game friends, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks very much, everybody, and I will see you next time.